Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram, and a beautiful month, beautiful week full of festivals. But a good news that astrology classes now almost full, few spots left. You can also learn astrology from 9th of November, just sitting at home, online via Zoom from Akashji, WhatsApp number on screen, and link also in description. Click connect and let's ready to run astrology in new way. And now the weekly horoscope, 6th October to 12th October 2024, how it will be this festival season, especially this week. But before we start, for all 12 ascendants, this is a happy news for all the family members of AC Astro across the world. Those who want to take consultation from Akashji, now this is Navratri special. Directly flat 50% off. So many our viewers suggested us, please do this. You have done this in Savan. Why not in Navratri? Okay, this is for all of you. So this is a golden opportunity to take appointment from Akash ji. Jai Ma Durga. And now let's welcome Akash ji also. Akash ji, Jai Mata Di.
Jai Mata Di, Rohit ji, Jai Mata Di. We will move on to Aries ascendant and start with the weekly. 6th of October is when Moon will enter into Scorpio. Finally, all the eclipse and everything is over. Now we are finally getting into a little bit of peaceful environment. Jupiter is getting retrograde this week, but otherwise Moon enter into Scorpio into debilitation. Not to worry about because it is putting an exalted aspect on the second house that is related to wealth. So wealth wise, we can see great news coming for Aries ascendant people. Some stuck money or some money related to inheritance or money related to sudden events like suddenly getting a raise, suddenly getting some kind of good news related to money is seen. Then Moon enters into Sagittarius, the fourth house lord, the Kendra lord, into the Trikon, one of the most beautiful places here. You can expect those who are in the verge or um, in the area related to higher learning or something to do with education, going to a foreign country doing education, or maybe starting new educational, what we say, ventures, as well as those who are also planning to travel for long distance area for either settlement. A good time for them. A lot of things, lot of beautiful things will happen. If you see, Moon is directly aspected by Mars, and Mars and Moon is aspected. This is called Mahalakshmi Yoga. So some kind of communication related to money also, if required, will come to you. So very nice time. Then Jupiter retrogrades in Taurus. Now, this is the second house of finances, second house of status, second house of values and family. Now, here, this is the time we have made a complete video on Jupiter getting retrograde in Taurus. It's on the channel, but those who have not seen, just basically, it is an important time to revisit your finances, revisit your investments, revisit your family values, and also if there is any problem in the family related to relationship wise, it is a time for you to now cope up with such things and get into a better understanding on your family life. Later, Mercury will enter into Libra. It's will finish its exaltation, enter into Libra with the Venus. It's a very good yoga because when Venus and Mercury are together, it is a time of lot of creativity and beautifully the lot of communication, the lot of obstacles is coming to your seventh house. That means if there is any problems in partnership that was going, if there is any problem with your partners, if there is communication wise challenges in your in your partnership or business partnership or in your in your relationships, like with your husband, with your spouse, you may feel a very good relief here and things will turn out to be very positive for all the Aries ascendant people. And then finally Moon enters into Capricorn, the exactly the fourth house lord, opposite from itself. Good happiness in your career, and especially because if you see the movement of Saturn very soon, next month 14th of November, it will become direct. So some beautiful things are going to be cooking during this time in your work area, and before Saturn gets retrograde, before Saturn gets direct next year, you may find some status improvement, some kind of promotion, some kind of great news in your career area. Now, Navratri special appointment is available with 50% off. So, more details on WhatsApp and link is in description. So all the best. Make the most of it. For Taurus ascendant people, Moon enters into debilitation here, into the Kendra, into the seventh house. A little bit careful on the relationship aspect, but absolutely you yourself will be completely powerful because Jupiter is aspected by Moon is aspected by Jupiter, and Jupiter is aspected by Moon. So when Kendra aspect happens like this, it is called Gaj Kesari Yoga. In fact, this is also a time when your personality will be at very much peak, very powerful. There can also be possibilities that in this week there can be some auspicious activity at your house, some celebration, some auspicious activity. So let's hope for the best. Then, but relationship wise, because Moon is in debilitation, so there can be some rift with your partner. So just be careful and try to be open in communication, because it is the third house lord sitting into the seventh house. Then Moon enters into Sagittarius, into the eighth house here. Now third house lord in the eighth house means lot of deep learning can happen, lot of transformation, and that means a lot of problems will surface on the level. If you're going through any kind of family dynamics up and down, you may see that the true colors of people. But this is the time to be more calm, so try to be more on the calmer side. Moon is aspected by Mars here, and Mars is aspecting Moon. Now when we see here, this is also a good time to accumulate some wealth. If there is any wealth, there is hidden wealth that has to come from to you, or maybe through your family, it is a time to get into such kind of an action. October 9th is when Jupiter will retrograde into Taurus. Now retrogression of Jupiter is a very not a very bad thing, it's a very auspicious thing. So if Taurus ascendant people have been feeling a little bit of challenge in progeny, that means childbirth, in in terms of your marriage getting fixed, or in terms of getting in your love life and getting into some relationship, and also because Jupiter is aspecting the ninth house, that is the ninth house is the house of your higher learning. Those who have been feeling any obstacles or anything related to taking a second advice, or a second chance over it, it's a very beautiful time. There is a complete video on Jupiter retrograde here. This is the time that your personality and attitude have to take a step back and try to understand that if are you taking the right approach or no. That is what is required. Mercury enters into Libra, very beautiful. Here Mercury is the lord of the second house and the fifth house. So that means any persons in Taurus ascendant are trying to apply for a loan, trying to apply for some kind of money, some kind of their money that has to come from their enemies, or from the uh, you know any source. We can say family, we can say children, or we can say that some debt that you have applied which you're not able to receive at the right time. This is a beautiful time for you, and things may work out very nicely for you. So money wise, things are very good. In work area, you will be absolutely very creative. In fact, this is also a time that in workplace you can shine, like with your creativity and with your positive attitude. So very beautiful. And then Moon will enter into Capricorn, into the ninth house. Third house lord in the ninth house. That means long distance journey for a shorter period of time. Also, very beautiful time with siblings. Very good time for communicating your or expressing yourself to your very close neighbors, or your siblings, or very close friends like family. In fact, this is a time that there can be travel also being planned, because Moon is in next 6 to 8 days, it's going to be approaching the 12th house. So a lot of travel can be happening, and beautiful time for visiting pilgrimage as well. All the best. Navratri special appointment is now available. Everyone who requested, thank you. 50% off. More details on WhatsApp, only during Navratri. So it does not mean that it will be only in this 9 days. It means if you book within this 9 days, then even it is, I know last time we put this offer, Rohiji, there was like more than 250 appointments. So I will try to make sure that everything is done, but on a very small pace. Like, it can be spread over the whole month, depending on what you book. All the best. Gemini ascendant. So Moon enters Scorpio. When we talk about Moon here, Moon is the Lord of the second house, that means Lord of wealth, going to the sixth house. This means that your wealth, maybe there may be expenditure that will be coming, and it can be related to foreign travel as well, because aspect of moon is on the 12th house. There can also be some kind of expenses happening on court cases, or maybe related to your enemies, or also your health. And this expenses can come through, I would say, some kind of problem like Roichi, um, uh, doing some blood tests, doing some tests, trying to find out if everything is okay, working on your longevity. So these kind of things can happen. But on an overall happy level, here see, if there is any foreign travel that is planned, or anything that has to do with your what do you say, your investments in a foreign country, it's an absolute beautiful time. Moon enters Sagittarius here. Now Sagittarius, is it's a Kendra, here, and Moon is the second house lord. It's a Maraka, by the way. Coming to the seventh house can give little bit of health issues, especially for women in the gynac region, like in the genitals, and for the male also. You can expect UTIs or some kind of stomach infection. It's possible, but because it is second house lord, wealth related to your business partnerships, wealth can be seen here in a very positive way. So beautiful time for all the Gemini ascendant people in terms of partnership and improvement, and as well as wealth improvement. Jupiter will retrograde in Taurus. Again, foreign travel, very good happening. But here we have to reconsider our expenses. That are we investing in the right place, and especially related to real estate. If you have any real estate investment plans, you have to be careful again that, okay, am I doing the right thing? Are we going into the right thing? Those who are like a lot of my friends who are Gemini ascendant are trying to, they were trying to invest in the Middle East last time we spoke, because of this Jupiter aspect, the fifth aspect of Jupiter on the fourth house. So people were thinking that let's invest, some money in. Right now, the war situation and things going in that area is very, very, hurtful. A lot of innocent lives have been taken off, and very, very difficult time for the world. So we should avoid any investment in real estate in specific areas where there is a lot of oil and gas, because that is where all the bigger people are trying to target. Other than that, Jupiter retrograde in the 12th house tells you that be very careful, be spiritual, not to do any unnecessary expenses. And there is a complete video on Jupiter retrograde on the channel. Do watch that so that you will get clear more idea. Mercury enters into Libra, into the house of creativity. Finally, whenever the ascendant lord will come to the fifth house, there will be possibility of getting wealth. If there is any startup, any business that you are into, wealth, creativity, your ideas will be at very super peak, and you may be able to do very, very well in terms of the ideation and ideas also. Later, Moon, also very good news for children. Children can prosper during this time. If finally children, or if by chance they are into field of acting, dancing, singing, anything very creative, painting, it's a very beautiful time for them as well. So very, and same for the Gemini ascendant people. If you are into such kind of fields, a beautiful time for you. Moon entering into Capricorn, the second house lord in the eighth house. Very good time for wealth, but not good time for health. Health wise, Maraka sitting in the eighth house of longevity can compromise longevity. Some kind of problem with the stomach can be seen this whole week. So be very careful, Gemini ascendant people. Try to take a lot of natural supplements during this time, because Moon is all about nurturing. And when we talk about Ayurveda or anything that is natural, Moon and Mercury are very much associated with them. Um, but otherwise, it's a beautiful time. Try to not make any kind of, big investments or transactions during this time. Just be mediocre. Don't try to be extravagant. All the best, guys. Uh, the Navratri special appointment is here, 50% off. More details on WhatsApp. The link is in description. Click on it, and my team will be able to help you to book. You have to book in next 9 days, so that over the spread of this whole month, you'll be able to get the appointments. All the best. For Cancer ascendant people, here Moon is entering into debilitation. The Lagna Lord in the fifth house. So just imagine, if the ascendant Lord is in the fifth house, it's not in bad position here in Cancer ascendant. A debilitated Moon is just a Moon which has less to no power, and it is trying to understand that how it wants to enhance its qualities here. A debilitated moon here can create a little bit of tension for kids. Also, speculative gains if you're into any kind of big stock, conversions market here. Speculative gain is where you may have to have a little bit of be careful. But on the other hand, if you have bigger goals, if you have been thinking that do very good in terms of your social life, very beautiful, because the aspect of moon is on the 11th house. This is an exalted aspect. So speculative gain wise, very very careful. Humanitarian wise, superb, like one of the best time for you. Also, big goals that you've been trying to achieve for a longer period of time, with your hard work you may be able to go or one step ahead of it. Then moon enters into Sagittarius. Now this is a area of concern, because the ascendant lord is in the sixth house, aspected by Mars. Some kind of surgery, operations, cuts, blood tests, visiting hospitals, doctors can be possible. On the other hand, also those who are in different as kind of their life, like they're going through Jupiter period and moon period, this is the time that they may also experience some kind of legal buildings. That means trying to go to a court, trying to go to a police station, stuff like this can happen. So try to be careful. And if it is happening for the good reason, yeah, we have to go to court sometimes to register a marriage, or we have to go to court sometimes for a big fight, or a police station just to ensure safety of our family. So in that cases, just be careful. Workplace wise, very, again, we have to be, it's fragile, we have to be very careful, because when moon is in this, it's an enemy sign for moon. So when it comes here, it's not very comfortable. That's why sixth house is ruled by Sagittarius in this sign of moon. So that is where you have to be careful. And on the other hand, if we see the next day, that same day in the evening, Jupiter is getting retrograde, and that too in the 11th house of gains. So till the time it's not retrograde, moon aspecting the 11th house, Gaj Kesari Yog happening, very beautiful, everything possibility very good. But as soon as this retrograde happens, you have to withdraw from lot of social life and try to be more introvert. That is what is required. Try to be more, silent. Don't try to be very active in social life. This is the time to understand that what did you do wrong in your social life to achieve something, some kind of mediocre life there, or some problems there. So this is the time to just calm down and reflect inside that what we need to do. There's a complete video on Jupiter retrograde in Taurus for Cancer ascendant on the channel, so you can go there and watch. It will be more enlightening. Mercury entering into Libra, into the Kendra, 12th house lord coming to the 4th house, 3rd house lord. So that means some news from foreign country. What is Mercury? Mercury is planet of communication. Wherever it will go, it will bring communication. So that means those who have been trying to apply for visa, getting to foreign country, going traveling, everything is possible. So beautiful time. Navratri is here. Shraddh is over. Trying to get into real estate, go for it. Trying to get into vehicle, go for it. Trying to get into traveling to foreign country, awesome time. So beautiful, make the most of this time. One of the best placement of Mercury for Cancer ascendant is the 4th house, by the way. And then moon enters into Capricorn, into the Kendra, the Lagna lord exactly opposite from itself. Aspecting the Lagna means a lot of repair in partnerships. Health wise also, if there was some major problems, you may feel relief here. Cases, court cases, trouble related to work, trouble related to all the aspects of relationship in your life may now sort out. There may be beautiful things. See, eighth aspect of Mars is still on moon here on the 7th house. That means suddenly through partnerships or through some kind of remedy. This is also very beautiful, Rohiji. When Mars will put an 8th house aspect on moon, if remedy of Mars and moon is done during that time, it will bring lot of good luck to you, like beautiful luck to you, and especially hidden, like suddenly some good things will happen. So all the best. Here, Navratri special is on, so 50% off on all the appointments. More details on WhatsApp, link is in description. Click on it and Samantha will help you to book this. All the best. Leo ascendant people, when we talk about Leo, and especially me, really yesterday one beautiful thing happened. I went to temple with my family. It was Sarvapitra Amavasya. So I was sitting there and Grace, little one, was playing on the temple ground. So some couple was sitting there. So she went and she stood over one person's back, like, she put hand, and she's 8 months old now. So the lady there says, Akash? I'm like, yes. She's like, I see on YouTube. So I'm like, wow, thank you so much. I watch you on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So, and she said, I'm a Leo ascendant. So all the best for you too. You too. Here, Moon is entering in, and that too in Calgary. I try to promote myself the lesser, the most least possible in Calgary, so that I want a very peaceful, happy life. I don't want people to come to my house every day, but still, beautiful gesture by one of our family member. That too in a beautiful place like a temple where beautiful mantras were going on, and it was Sarvapitra Amavasya after the eclipse, so beautiful. Anyways, Moon enters into Scorpio here in debilitation, the 12th house lord into the 4th house. That means in your house there may be some kind of repair, some kind of things related to do with some kind of expenses can happen in the house area. But in the career front, an absolute peak in your career, especially 6th October starts, your career is awesome. During this time, you can expect a beautiful rise in your career, and especially in power also. Like somewhere you are feeling very powerless, again that power will be restored. Moon then enters into the 5th house, second house lord in the 5th house. Those who want to go for education to foreign countries, those who are traveling to go to for holidays in foreign country, those who are also thinking of leisure and happiness, a good time to book your holiday. Also, 5th house is the house of your it's also speculative gain, so that is where I would suggest not to invest too much. See, the world is going through a difficult period right now, with war in Israel and a lot of things happening in that area. May God bless all the people there, because the videos that come, Rohit, it's so devastating that someone is dying, this is happening, that's crazy. So during this time, try to avoid. Oh, my light went off. Okay, I have bigger light. Try to avoid any situations related to travel in these kind of countries, because we have to be safe, and try to support as much as possible if there is any kind of person who comes to you for help or needs help. So absolutely very important. When we talk about Jupiter retrograde, so Jupiter is getting retrograde in the 10th house. So now in the last 3 to 4, like 3 to 4 months, if you have if you are thinking, or if you had gone into your, after May, especially when Jupiter came here, if you have been doing something for your career and it's not working, or there is some problem that is happening in the career area, it is an important time to revisit things and understand that where, what, how things are wrong, and make sure that you are absolutely addressing it, and now getting back on track in the career area. Sometimes we get into things like, okay, I did this, that's why this was wrong, I did this, that's why this was wrong. So you need to now get into your, make a notepad and say that, okay, this was wrong, I need to improve this was wrong, I need to improve, and that kind of attitude. But overall, Jupiter retrograde is not a bad time. It is a time of rethinking about your investments, rethinking about your real estate, and rethinking about your workplace and work related activities. There is a complete video on Jupiter retrograde for Leo ascendant on our channel. So if you go back and look at it, you will see Jupiter retrograde. So go there and see it. Mercury enters into Libra. Now, this is another beautiful thing. So, Mercury was in exaltation, a lot of good wealth and everything came to Leo ascendant. Now, it is coming to the 3rd house. So, now beautiful communication, and especially social media wise, those who are working on social media, great time for them to explore, on a larger scale. Maybe it is a time when you are going to be very good. Let's say this is the house of communication, this is the house of travel, so in these areas things are going to be very pleasant for you. This is also the house that is related to your siblings, so good relation with siblings and good communication with siblings can happen, which can be a blessing for you. So all the best. 3rd house means travel, short distance travel also is happening for Leo ascendant, which is going to be a very pleasant one. So a beautiful time for Leo ascendant people. And then Moon enters into Capricorn into the 6th house. So speculatively, I told you to be careful. Now, health-wise, we need to be careful, because see here, Moon aspecting the 12th house. So, travel and all will be everything good, but there can also be possibility that you may feel little bit of tired, or maybe need some medical assistance, or absolutely, Rohit, is so true. I can't even explain. So 11th of October is my date with my blood test that day. Like I have got appointment for 11th of October only. Just imagine Moon going to the 6th house. And yesterday I went to doctor in the morning, and he gave me, and I called the pathology labs, and they told me that okay, 11th October, 10:30 a.m. Just imagine. So this is how planet works. So I'm just going to a clinic just to give my blood, to check my cholesterol. But otherwise, yeah, see, whenever moon will go into the sixth house, 12th house lord in the sixth house, you may visit such places, or there may be possibility of getting into some kind of health related issues, depending on your dasha antar dasha. But overall, good time for your career, good time for your workplace. Try to be in as much as routine as possible, which will be very much great for you. So all the best, have a great week. But those who are thinking of getting into the appointments thing and they've been complaining a lot that they don't get appointment, here Navratri special appointments are open now, 50% off. More details on WhatsApp, link is in the description. So immediately before everything is full, all the best. Virgo ascendant people, so moon enters into Scorpio now, Rohit. If you see moon is the lord of the 11th house, entering into the exactly fifth from itself, that is to the third house. So great news, communication, some startups, anything to do with your children, great news of communication comes to you. Even if it is debilitated, it will be a little bit of overwhelming and challenging for you to communicate, but otherwise good communication will come to you. There is also possibility that during this time short distance travel would be traveled, or you may be traveling on short distance travel, may not be very fruitful, but still it will be a good experience. Higher education wise, if you talk about your journeys to foreign country, it is also possible. So all the best. Moon entering into Kendra aspected by Mars is always Mahalakshmi Yoga. This time Mars aspecting from the 10th house to Moon, Moon aspecting to the 10th house means through career there is going to be some kind of wealth that can approach, and it will be possible for all the Virgo ascendant people. Shraddhas and Pitra Paksh is also over. Now we are in very good auspicious days of Mahanavratri. So now the next time we should be focusing on, if you are trying to buy a vehicle, try to buy anything to do with house, anything like that, go for it. Beautiful time for all the Virgo ascendant people. In fact, because it's fourth house of inner peace and happiness, moon is going to restore lot of happiness for you. Moon is not a negative planet because it is the 11th house lord sitting in the fourth house, so some gains related to property and related to vehicle is seen during this time. Then Jupiter gets retrograde into the ninth house. Ninth house is the house of learning. So this is the time to rewind and understand that is your learning right, or do you need more learning, more precise, more disciplined approach. So this is what should be done during this time. There is a complete video on Jupiter retrogression on the channel. You have to be very careful about your personality, very careful about communication, very careful about your children as well. Those who are trying for progeny, okay, this is the time to revisit. That means, are you doing the right thing? Those who are trying to go for childbirth, are you in the right space? Do you want to go and try something else? This is that period to understand. Then moon enters into then Mercury enters into Libra, into the second house. Now Lagna Lord in the second house means wealth. So some kind of wealth coming from some place, some investments turning up into a very beautiful thing, or maybe from your career. Absolutely an important time during this time. Your career may give you some benefits, some great results. So all the best in the career area. Also, status wise, those who are trying to a promotion, those who are thinking that, okay, I need to get to the next ladder, it's a beautiful time for you also, because second house is house of status improvement, and your status may get improved. So all the best. Moving on to moon will enter into Capricorn, into the fifth house. The 11th house lord in the fifth house, aspecting its own sign, is going to be gains. Those who have been trying to understand or trying to do startups, trying to get into work with their children, or trying to get their children into the right path, good news for you, you may succeed now. In fact, moon aspecting the 11th house is the house that is related to your gains and social circles, so you may gain from that area also. Speculatively also, great time for gains, like from stock market, share market, crypto. Be very careful before investing, but otherwise beautiful time for all the Virgo ascendant people. And make the most of this offer. Navratri special 50% off appointments on details on WhatsApp, link is in description. All the best. Try to make early appointments, because last time it was gone crazy, Rohitji. Only I know how I did it. All the best. Libra ascendant people, moon is entering into Scorpio here. So when we talk about moon is the lord of the 10th house. Career lord going in the second house, like that means problem in career, challenges, potential challenges. Those who are in business, no problem. Those who are into job, there can be some kind of status problem, maybe some kind of not a very good time for happiness in career. But with lot of sadhana, lot of occult, lot of using mantra chanting, you can do very, very well, because moon is aspecting the eighth house. Eighth house is all of all hidden things. So during this time, doing more research is going to be very much positive. Since Jupiter is aspecting this house, there is growth in wealth, but career wise, designation wise, some kind of problem can be seen, or maybe someone promised you something and now they may just come back on their words. Can be possible, because second house is words, remember this. And moon entering into Sagittarius, into the third house now. During this time, 10th house lord has come to the third house. Not a very good time again, because third house is house of obstacles, lot of struggle, lot of courage to be shown here. Try to be silent. That's what I would require. Libra ascendant, my one of the best people in the world, to be silent, because here what happens is that third house is the house of communication, and when you're trying to communicate during this time, when moon is in such place and just out of a debilitated state, it can be happening that there can be, you may say something, someone will understand something. So this kind of possibility problems can happen. So try to avoid such situations. So no communication, no traveling short distance, no fighting with siblings. Your siblings may be more good than you, or more maybe more stupid than you, but don't try to acknowledge either good or stupid during this time. Be careful. Even for your friends, also on social media, don't write anything which can, So I'll tell you one small story here. So I was in one of our organization here. I wrote something stupid about some world event that is going on. My head office called me and told me that, on your social media we saw this. We don't want our employees to indulge into any kind of activities related to these kind of events. So sometimes our career people are watching us, that what we are doing in our personal life also. So try to avoid such things if you don't want to lose your job. Jupiter is going to retrograde in the eighth house. Again, a time to understand that are the occult practices that you're doing is right, or do you need to go into more detailed occult practices? Are you into spiritual possibility? Are you into good spiritual, procedures? And also, it is a time that if anything to do with foreign countries, anything to do with investments, anything to do with real estate, is where you need to reconsider your approach. There's a complete video on Jupiter retrograde on the channel, so you can watch it, because it's a very big event, 9th of October. So you will get more idea and remedies also for it. And then Mercury enters into Libra, into the ascendant. Beautiful. The 12th house lord coming to the first house means all the spiritual gains that you have done during this time will enhance your intelligence during this time. So a lot of luxury comes to you. You will be working on yourself, and Libra ascendant people are known to work on their mind, body, on their attitude. So good time for what you say, repurposing yourself in terms of both physical and mental. Also during this time, if we see, look at the sign of Mercury, that is the ninth house as well, where Mars is sitting right now. It also means that higher learning, you may be going into a lot of deep learning period. So good time for all the Libra ascendant people to join the astrology course that is starting on 9th of November, 1 month from this time. So all the best for your enrollment. All WhatsApp link is in the description for such kind of enrollments as well. And moon is entering into Capricorn. Now when we talk about moon here, as so moon is the lord of the 10th house coming to the 4th house. That means whenever the 10th house lord in any 10th house lord comes exactly 7th from itself, there will be some kind of relationship that happens for the house that it rules. That means in your career area, and which may lead you to some possible of inner peace and happiness that is coming. So all the best. Wonderful time for all the Libra ascendant people. Go for it. Beautiful. But only remember that no, what we say, no bad communication. This week is about all about communication, both speech, both written. Speech and written, very careful in that area. Okay, all the best. Here, Jai Ma Durga Navratri special appointment, 50% off for all the family members. So make the most of it, and more details are on WhatsApp. Link is in description. What beautiful depiction of Ma Durga. Can you see the most powerful, the king of the jungle, and sitting the queen of the universe on that? Such a beautiful, so powerful this image is. Jai Ma Durga, all the best. Scorpio ascendant people, So moon is entering into Scorpio, into the ascendant. So when moon comes to the ascendant and gets debilitated, it's a time to be silent, be quiet, not to be over expressive. Moon is all about emotions and mind. This is the time that your mind can get into lot of difficult things. And since Jupiter is getting retrograde very soon, it is going to be more impactful. Now, because Kendra is where this is happening, it is not inauspicious, it is auspicious as well. Some beautiful good rituals can be happening at home. Some positive rituals can be happening whenever moon is in ascendant, even in debilitated state. Not to worry about it, is only the moment of attitude. Because of emotional ups and downs, don't change your attitude or don't try to be aggressive during this time. Hold on. Also, because moon is aspecting the seventh house, the house of relationship, it is going to be someone from your close relation or even your spouse maybe coming to you as a rescue, trying to bring you to a very very higher position. Also beautiful time to gain from your what we say, partnership. Some kind of partnership, some kind of love also may spark up. Someone from the past, or maybe someone who has come from the past to you may come, and they may come into your mind more often, and try to fall in, not fall in love I say, but try to admire their existence, or maybe try to acknowledge that partnership that you have with that person. Partnership can not always be love, it can be just mutual respect also between each other. So beautiful time for partnership, important time for your emotions to be in control. Now, when we talk about moon going into Sagittarius, into the second house, this is a beautiful thing because ninth house lord is going to the second house. So that means with destiny, some kind of stuck money, some kind of monetary investments that you have done in the past, or your company, your work, your business, your job, anywhere in that area, you may gain something, some monetary money benefit is always there for Scorpio. Scorpio ascendant people are rich people. They always have money because they have second house lord and fifth house lord as Jupiter. It's all about expansion in their life. So Scorpio ascendant people are rich. They are always. It does not mean that you have 1 million or you have 1,000 rupees. You are rich by heart, and you are rich by your attitude also. Here, second house moon is going to make sure that Mars is aspecting moon. So partnership wise, money is going to come. Some kind of partner is going to give some money or some good news to you, which will improve your status also. Then Jupiter gets retrograde here. Now Jupiter is the lord of the money and wealth and destiny, and we talk about children and everything. Very careful about that area because Jupiter is sitting in the seventh house. Getting retrograde means telling that relationship with children, relationship with your family can be of top priority also during this time. There is a complete video on Jupiter getting retrograde, so you can watch that and then it will be easy for you. And Mercury enters into Libra, into the 12th house. Now 8th house lord in the 12th house, making Vipreet Raj Yog, as well as with the 12th house lord, double Raj Yog. So here, anything that has to be foreign country, some travel may be planned, and that travel will be fruitful. You may spend some money, but otherwise gain also in a very very larger scale. If any partner, anyone needs your assistance to go to a foreign country and go together with them, try to make this possible, because seventh house lord is in the 12th house. That means gains from partners from a foreign country is possible, or you and your partner go to foreign country, and that is the place you make a deal and gains come to you. So all the very best. Moon enters into Capricorn, into the third house. So Moon is the lord of the ninth house, going to the third house. That means short distance travel is seen. So this week is all about travel, booking travels, and also all about communication, all about speech, all about speaking, all about collaboration. Third house is also the house that is related to your mother's health. So this time, just be careful about mother's health. Otherwise, everything is looking very, very possible, very, very positive for all the Scorpio ascendant people. Uh, this travel is also going to be very good for you, and it is going to bring wealth because the eighth aspect of Mars is still on the third house here, and that is an exalted aspect, so don't take it lightly. All the best, all the Scorpio ascendant people. Your Lagna Lord is powerful, never ever doubt it, and you are the most powerful person. Only thing is, don't mess with Scorpio, they will bite you. uh, the Navratri special appointment for 50% off is seen. More details are on WhatsApp. For the next 9 days, from starting from today, it will be 50% off. So all the best, make the most of it. The appointment will be booked in the next 9 days, and then you may receive it either ASAP or either going forward. So make the best of it. All the best. Sagittarius ascendant people, Moon is entering into Scorpio, into the 12th house. 12th house is house of foreign travel, also house of your spirituality, house of your sleep, house of your consciousness, house of your hospitals, jails, and mental asylums as well. So lot of things. And Moon is related to mind. So this is a time not very, very specifically very good for you. The aspect of Moon is not also not on a very good place, but it is making Vipreet Raj Yog. This means that the problem may come surface related to health, related to legal troubles, related to foreign travels, sudden foreign travels for not a very good reason, for health related issues of either you or either relatives. But still, end of the day, it will solve the problem. So don't lose hope. Hope is there. Your ascendant lord is very powerful. No one can do anything to you. So be more confident. Good time for workplace. If you need any support from the workplace, you will get absolute support from the workplace. Anyone who's applying for debt or anything that has to do with loans for buying some property, buying something, or even for your health, you may get it. Moon is entering into Sagittarius, into the Lagna, into the ascendant. Now Moon entering into Sagittarius is it's a very beautiful thing, because number one, it is the eighth house lord coming to the ascendant. So that means lot of hidden things, or lot of things that you thought that does not matter. But like health wise, we can just take one small example, that we think that, okay, I keep getting some stomach pain, does not matter. You go and check now, and it will be an ulcer, and you need an immediate operation, or immediate things for it. So such kind of hidden things, that means in relationships, in health, in anything to do with your partner also, may come suddenly, may surface, and would require immediate assistance, or immediate consideration of that work area, of that aspect of your life. So try to it's all about, whenever the eighth house lord is in the ascendant, it will try to increase your longevity in all the things related to your all aspects of your life: relationship longevity, your health longevity, your business longevity, your everything is depending on this placement. Now, 9th of October is when Jupiter will retrograde into Taurus. When Jupiter is going to retrograde into Taurus, it is the sixth house where Jupiter is getting retrograde. So it will affect your workplace, your foreign travels, and also your wealth, the bank balance. So this is the time that you consider that, are you being ethical or right in the workplace? Number one is this. Secondly, are you into the right kind of company? Are you in the right kind of company? Are these company people are your enemies? So you have to revisit all these things and understand that, okay, I was thinking of going to foreign country. Am I making the right decision? So this is the time to reconsider such things. Till February of next year, Jupiter is going to be retrograde, by the way. So it's 2nd of February or 4th of February. So very, very long time for Jupiter to be retrograde, Rohit. It's not a very small time for Jupiter to be retrograde. But yeah, try to be as much as, what you say, vigilant during this time in terms of your health as well. Now here, Jupiter, there's a complete video on Jupiter for your ascendant lord that we have made on the channel, so you can go back and look at it, so you'll get more idea about why Jupiter gets retrograde, the story behind it, and stuff like that. Here Mercury enters into Libra. Now Mercury is the lord of the 10th house. Kendra lord going to the 11th house means gains from career. So this time you are going to make it. There is going to be you achieving from career. Those who are looking for new jobs, those who are looking for those who don't have a job and trying to find, they will get their goal complete. They will get their some success coming to you. So this whole month is going to be an awesome month for you. On the other hand, because it is also the 7th house lord, so gain from partnerships is also seen. If you think that there is some gains that you are supposed to get from a partnership, from someone you met, either from your love partnership, business partnership, your spouse, things are looking very positive for all the Sagittarius ascendant people. Moon entering into Capricorn here, another beautiful thing that is happening. The 8th house lord, exactly 7th from itself. That means wealth coming through partnerships, wealth generation, wealth through family inheritance, wealth through some kind of insurance, some kind of that's not a good thing to get wealth from insurance. Ruji, I told earlier also, there was one woman I met, 3 damn times husband, she gets married, and 1 or 2 years husband gone. She gained a lot of money from inheritance, like millions, but she's deep down, she is sad that all her husband are She's not able to get into in relationship also. Anyone she gets into relationships, that person gets into critical illness, so she has to leave them. So now I have told her not to get into relationship, because she has that kind of a curse that whoever will come into a contact with her in relationship will have a miserable life. So sometimes, such kind of things we accumulate from the past life. Same way here, very careful about such kind of things, because money from insurance is seen. So if try to be safe, that's what I would say. But yeah, wealth is going to come, so some way or the other. So all the best for all the Sagittarius and people, and those who want to consider their chart reading. It's a very good opportunity. Navratri special appointment is there, 50% off. More details on WhatsApp, link is in description. So all the best. Capricorn ascendant people, so moon enters into Scorpio here, Rohit, into the 11th house. So moon is the 7th house lord. It's a maraka here, and an extreme maraka. That means moon is not a very good planet for Capricorn ascendant people. Getting to the 11th house in debilitation means in social standing you have to be very careful at how you approach yourself. Very important time for understanding that in social life, if people try to accept you or do not accept you, that is the kind of thing. But on the other hand, your creativity will be at peak, because moon is aspected by Jupiter and aspecting the 5th house of creativity. Very good time for children relationship creativity. Also very good time for speculative gains. Some kind of gains is coming to you. So beautiful time for you. Then moving on, moon enters into the 12th house, Sagittarius. Good time for travel. And 9th of October, this is a time that some travel can happen, but we have to be very careful. 7th house lord is in the 12th house, so Maraka is in the 12th house, so this travel can also be a little bit of challenging. So very careful. On same day, Jupiter is getting retrograde. So retrograde Jupiter in the 5th house, aspecting your 9th house of travel for higher education, higher learning. So you have to reconsider, is this travel important or not? Is this kind of learning, higher learning, important or not? So you have to reconsider, because see, both the houses of education are being seen by Jupiter, and Jupiter is getting retrograde here. Jupiter aspecting the 11th house is discussing that, okay, are we in the right social standing? Are we doing the right things? Those who are into social media, anything to do with that area, or those who have lot of masses approach, you have to be very careful and try to understand that are you making the right decision. And also because Jupiter is aspecting your ascendant, and here it is getting retrograde movement, so you have to be very careful in the decisions that you make, because retrograde Jupiter here, the S is, it does expansion, right? Jupiter is the expansion. So here in retrograde motion, it can also create a little bit of debt for you. So all the best. Try to be very, very careful. Here Mercury enters into Libra. Beautiful time. What is happening here? Mercury entering into the 10th house of career. So 9th house lord in the 10th house, that means a lot of blessings come in career. So career wise, things are going to be looking very, very positive. Great time for all the people who are working very hard on their career. Also, it is a time that health wise, very careful. Father's health, 6th house lord in the 10th house, father's health has to be taken care in consideration during this time. So that's what it is. And then moon enters into Capricorn, into the ascendant. Emotionally, there will be a little bit of drain. You will be going into a lot of drain, and there will be possibility that the relationships become much better, and this is the time you'll get a lot of support from your partner, from your spouse. So all the best for Capricorn ascendant people. Try to take it very, very calmly, because your 2nd house also planet is retrograde. Your 5th house will have a retrograde planet. Moon is going into debilitation this week, so very careful in making all the decisions. All the best. And Navratri special appointment for all our family members, 50% off. More details on WhatsApp, link is in description. So make the most of it. All the best. For Aquarius ascendant people, moon is entering into Scorpio, into the 10th house. That means career is the immediate area that needs your focus. So auspicious days of Navratri, but career wise, during this time, try to be more focused on the career, try to be more communicative in the career. In fact, if you see moon here is the 6th house, lot of workplace. So in workplace and in career area, there may be some kind of demotivation that can come, either job losses also for Aquarius ascendant people. If that is happening, just be very, very relaxed, because very soon moon is going to be coming to your ascendant, and things will be restored again. But on the other hand, career wise, power wise, fame wise, everything has to be taken in consideration in terms of real estate transaction, in terms of wealth that comes to real estate, or those who are into real estate market or a real estate agent. Very good time for them, because moon is aspecting the 4th house in exalted manner, and it will give you blessings in that house. So beautiful. Moon entering into Sagittarius. Now, this is a time when something happens. So, even if you get some kind of problem in your career or stuff like that, it is going to enter into gains. So, again, some people lose their job, they get severance, and suddenly get another job also in a week or two. So, this is the kind of situation that you're going into, and things will look very, very extremely positive for all the Aquarius ascendant people. Here, this is the 11th house of social circle. So a lot of social people, a lot of people around you, a lot of your colleagues, a lot of your immediate social circles will try to help you to get into your goal completion, or maybe help you to find a job, or maybe help you in your workplace. So very, very beautiful time for all the Aquarius ascendant people, starting 9th of October. But on the same day, Jupiter is getting retrograde into Taurus, into your fourth house. Jupiter, what is it doing? Aspecting the eighth house, 10th house, and the 12th house. So those who are into anything to do with partnerships, those who have all the money depends on partnerships. You have to reconsider your partnership and try to look for other sources of income. Secondly, it is aspecting the 10th house. Those who are absolutely only business oriented person, again, you need to consider that, are you doing the right business, or maybe you need multiple businesses to make sure that your cash flow becomes more higher. And also 12th house, that means where Jupiter is aspecting the 12th house, means this is a time that you reconsider foreign investments and foreign control over your life. So absolutely very important for all the Aquarius ascendant people. There is a complete video on Jupiter getting retrograde. During this time, those who are going through Jupiter Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha should avoid getting into real estate. For that, deep analysis of your chart is required. You can also choose the the Navratri special that is going on, which we'll discuss now. And then Mercury will enter into Libra. Now, Mercury here, if you see the Lord of the fifth house, exactly fifth from itself, in with Venus, that ninth house Lord means gives you a tick mark for higher education. Those who are trying to do MBA, executive MBAs, those who are trying to go for foreign country for higher education, those who are thinking of going to, an ashram to learn something, or go for pilgrimage, or go for some yogic practices, pranic healing. Everything is very much possible for all the Aquarius ascendant people. So all the very best, your destiny will be at peak, and you'll be doing absolutely wonderful during this week. Moon, sixth house Lord in the 12th house. What does this mean? The health Lord in the hospital house. Because of health, you may have to, those who are going through Moon Mahadasha, Saturn Mahadasha, may have some kind of issues during this time, and especially related to health. This is also possibility that, sorry to say, but because of loan and non-repayment of such kind of things, you may have to face some kind of legal troubles also. There may also be possibility that during this time, workplace shifts to a very different, distant place also. So some people might see a change in their workplace. They may say that, okay, man, this was here, now suddenly it has been put to this place, now I have to travel or shift or whatnot. There may also be possible that the loan or the money that you're investing may turn into being a loss. So absolutely during this time, no investments. Investment should be avoided. You see yourself, Rahu is in the second house. Investments can suddenly become very big or suddenly come zero. So through investments, try to be parking your money in the different place. I would suggest that as the world is going in this place, we should be investing more and more on food, because let's keep food in our basements or in our house, store it, because we never know which war, which country happens. This company is threatening that they will destroy the western countries, and they will put bombs on this, and what the hell is happening, man? And this is all an indication. Remember, Saturn is moving to Pisces. Whenever Saturn, the brother of Yama, enters into Pisces, the sign of endings, a lot of bad things happen, and it is exactly going into that verge. We are going to make a very video on complete Saturn, what is its effects that happened 30 years ago, what is it happening now, a very detailed video, so that you understand that what exactly is 2025 bringing for all the people. Not a very good year of Mars, Rohitji. Year of Mars 2020, 5. Mars is war. It has already started, so very difficult. What do you think, Rohitji? War, bigger wars are supposed to come?
Yes, it can happen, but maybe countries like India, who are always, come forward to stop all these things and peace things. So these things are also going on, and I hope so.
Anyways, I would pray for all this people be safe. Here, Moon is entering into Capricorn into the 12th house. So, very careful in this area. Absolutely related to your health. very, very, very careful. In workplace also, don't try to get into politics, stuff like that. Try to be very calm down and relax. All the best. And those who are trying to understand their life path and their chart, even career, marriage, very simple things. Navratri specialists on 50% off for all the people. More details are on WhatsApp, so make the most of it. All the very best. Yeah, Rohit, trying to say
Thank you
something?
very much. No, no, I am saying thank you for this offer, you bring, because this is required for the family members. After Savan, all the peoples were messaging because the date was over and they all want consultation from
Appointment.
you on this discounted price. Yes, now the more easy things are coming. Navratra is bringing so many good news for the family members.
Yes, Rohit. Yeah, it's all because of the family that we exist. We are no one without them. So that's why everything for them. But I have to also take care
Yes.
of my bills and eat food. All the best for Pisces ascendant people. Moon is entering into Scorpio, Roichi, and Moon is here, the Lord of your fifth house. Fifth house Lord, exactly fifth from itself, demands higher education, demands you to go into learning. Many Pisces ascendant people, and I see that a lot of Pisces ascendant people have joined my course also. That is starting from 9th of November, the astrology for beginners course, and still there are few spots. If you want to, you are welcome to go for it. There is Moon entering into the ninth house here, tells you about long distance journey, also some kind of long distance journey to a distant place with different kind of landscape or different kind of language can be possible, but very careful, because the world is going through a very difficult phase right now. So go into the countries which are in peace right now. Also, Moon here in the ninth house is debilitated. That means during this time, don't try to disrespect your mentors or gurus or any other occult leaders, because it can be creating a challenge for you. What makes you different from your gurus or from the occult leaders? Knowledge. The more knowledge you achieve, the more higher conscious you receive. So that's what, try to achieve knowledge and then debate, rather than debating with only one or two facts in your life. So that's what important. Don't try to disrespect, try to respect everyone. Even if they are wrong, just say okay. No one is trying to harm you or make your status come down. Moon then enters into Sagittarius in the 10th house. Now, this is a beautiful period, because fifth house Lord in the 10th house, that means speculative gain in your work area. So, some people may be getting some checks, some bonuses, some things related to do with overtime, something related to do with work. Those who are looking for new jobs, you may get an offer letter here. So, beautiful week for Pisces ascendant people. Moon entering into the 10th house, beautiful time for all the people. Also, career wise, those who are into business or creative field, awesome time for you. Some big break is coming for you. Then Jupiter retrogrades in Taurus. Now here the Lagna Lord is in the third house. Not a very good placement, but it is getting retrograde. That means some relief will come, especially in terms of communication. Revisit your communication, revisit your short distance travels and the travel that you're doing, revisit your relationships. Try to see that are you in the right communication in your relationship. Also, higher learning is very, very damn important for you, because Jupiter is aspecting the ninth house here. Jupiter is going to be retrograde for a very long period, by the way. So very careful during this time. Lot of higher learning. Be very, very vigilant in terms of what you write, what you do. All this world matters, and a lot of trouble is going on in the world. But to express yourself on social media and all, wherever you are, because third house is social media. Try to make sure that you do not go overboard, because it can create sometime trouble for you also. Some people may target you, and this is where the Jupiter is aspecting the 11th house of masses. So try to be avoid from any controversies during this time. Very good opportunity for you in terms of writing. Those who are writing the book, you may delete it and you may start again. So these kind of, those who have been trying to communicate in the right way, you may go to a very different unconventional way of communication. So that's a beautiful time. There's a complete video on Jupiter retrograde on the channel, so you can go and look at it, and then it will be more useful for you. Mercury enters into Libra into the eighth house. Now, Kendra Lord in the eighth house means some kind of hidden, and that's what Pisces ascendant. This whole now timing is about higher learning, and I'm telling you, the course is there, and mostly Pisces ascendant people have only enrolled there. So, if you enroll, you will get more idea about higher learning and getting into a lot of spiritual and occult practices. Mantra chanting, very important for you. Look at the position of Moon, the fifth house Lord in the Kendra. It is now a Yoga Karka for Pisces ascendant people in this week. Now, this is the time that you need to be doing a lot of mantra chanting. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And now Navratri is here, so why not Ma Durga? Do a lot of auspicious things related to Durga. Very, very beautiful for all the people. Eighth house is also about inheritance and joint finances. So, if joint finances are where you have to be taking care of, and there's a lot of the partnership also, so joint finances will increase. So beautiful time for all those people who are in partnership, and those who are husband and wife and spouse and common law partners, and they are trying to be uh, getting into investment space. Very good time for you. Moon entering the 11th house, an absolute bliss. You know why? Because Mars is aspecting Moon. That exalted aspect of Mars is on the Moon during this time, and that too on the 11th house. Bigger gains, some big gains are seen for Pisces. Like big means awesome, beautiful, wonderful gains are seen. A lot of goal completion, a lot of things related to speculative gains is also seen. If you're into stock share market, you will suddenly see a green line there and beautiful things coming to you. So all the best, Pisces. Like beautiful time for all the Pisces and people. All the best. And Navratri special appointment is there, 50% off for all the people. Link is in description. You talk to Samantha and ASAP take your spot. Otherwise, they will say sorry, we are overbooked, this, that, whatnot. So all the best, and thank you, Rohitji, for your service as well, and all the best for you too.
Thank you, Akashji. Thanks once again for this, detailed analysis for this festival week. And the offer you have given to all the family members, 50%, that is much appreciable. And I thanks on behalf of all the family members. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you to
Rohitji.
all the family members. Thank you to Akashji. We'll meet you in some next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Mata Di.